Okay, so today's video, we are going to replace the crankcase vent hose on an N63. It's a 4.4 liter twin turbo engine. This is the N63. This is on a 2011 F7, which is a 550 GT X drive. We're gonna replace this is the hose. This is the new one. I'm just having some troubles. I cracked this part of it doing some work on the solenoids. Take the cover off. And the hose is actually located just here. Has a couple connectors and it goes up under the intake, into these intakes. The same process is exactly the same for this hose, which is the breather hose for the passenger side. It's exactly the same process. We're going to have to take the vent off by doing a couple of screws here. We've got to take this little clip off right here. Take that clip off. It's super simple. Be careful because it might pop out. We're going to take that off and remove that bit and replace it, so hopefully the engine runs a little better. All right, in order to access the hose, you've got to take this plate off. Have to take that plate off. We're going to remove that. We're going to remove that plate. Use a 13 millimeter open wrench or long socket because it's got the little clip that keeps the vanity cover on. So you just we're going to take that off. And then we're going to use a 3/16 hex to just to remove this hose, to give us access to remove to have a little bit of play in the turbo vents. And if we have to, we'll remove there's a hex screw much like this one that's back underneath here that removes the other end of this turbo vent, and that comes off pretty easy. And then we're going to use, I believe it's a T7 to get the actual hose off. Okay, so in order to get this valve back in, I have to take it off here. This is the new one. I have to take a couple of screws out there, and I had to take this vent here out. This vent goes from that hole back in here, and it connects to the air vent that I took out before. It's the same as that vent there. Because then there is another screw on the very top of it. You can see, well, forgive me. You can see right there where there's a screw mark, or there's a screw that goes in. There's just a single screw that keeps it from popping out. So I had to remove these turbo cooling vents just to get access to it. And then there is the screws are just hex screws. I'm not sure what size it is exactly, but that's the bit that I used to get them all out. And that's the same as the two screws. These two screws are exactly the same as that one. We put the vent back on. This piece with the green washer, or the green sealer, goes right in here. And so I'm going to put that back on just like that, and then we'll put the vent back in. Okay, so those are on there snug again. This one's a little hard because it's got a funny angle that goes up into the protective cover there, the heat shield. I'm going to snap back on these clamps. Make sure this piece is on well down in here. And then again, we've got the hose back on, or this vent that goes back in. We've got that done, and we've got the turbo cooler tightened back up here. So now, since I've got the vent open, or since I've got the cover off, I'm also going to change the camshaft position sensors. The main reason and I'll put another video on for that.